Hello and welcome to Respect the Crit. I'm your host and game master, Ian Duncan. My pronouns are he, him, any, and I am joined by some incredible people, some wonderful friends, some pretty exceptional players. I don't know, you be the judge. First up on the judging block, Jamie Lee-Bonés.
I will judge you. No. I am Jamie, she, her. I play Elo, they, them, the modified medical droid / mercenary.
God, don't I feel it every time we play? I'm like, oh my God, will Jamie like this? I can feel her eyes so hotly on me. Her judging mom eyes.
Yeah, I'm getting the mom look down for sure, where I just have to like give the eyes, and she's like, okay. The timeout eyes.
The timeout eyes, yes. Lord knows that he's got timeout eyes. Please welcome Alex Herrera.
Hello, I'm Alex, he, him. I play Beegax, Botano, Doug, Slicer, also he, him. Timeout eyes, I would not say I have those.
Yeah, I was going for she's got Betty Davis eyes reference, but it didn't really. It you know.
No.
Sometimes you just diarrhea out the mouth. And that's what happened.
That's my favorite. I got more of a timeout voice because I always told my little cousins growing up and stuff like, "Yo, you keep messing around, you're on timeout, bro." Like, that's the extent of my timeoutness.
Yeah, the timeout voice, the timeout eyes. What quality of timeout of our other player, we'll find out. Please welcome Susan Spenader.
Hi, I'm Susan, she, her. I'll be playing Xelora Veo, she, her, the Twi'lek smuggler. And I think I'm the cool aunt. And I know I am.
Oh, yeah.
No timeouts.
No
there.
timeouts.
No.
Yeah.
Wine auntie. Here you go, kids.
Oh, you got into some trouble? I'll go pick you up and not tell your parents. Like, within reason, of course, but I always wanted to be that person that they call first. And I am. I'm happy. I have 8 nieces and nephews.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. You are literally the cool aunt.
You are the cool aunt.
Yeah.
That's like a Xbox achievement. Boop, boop.
Yes, it's right here on my screen at all times. I don't dismiss it.
It never goes away. Burned into the plasma TV screen.
Yes.
Oh, well, speaking of burning some plasma, why don't we get ready to play some Star Wars? What do you say?
Let's go. I say punch
That was
it.
good. That was good. You're professional, Ian.
Solid.
You know, every broken clock is right twice a day, you know? Here we go. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Episode 71, Split Decision. Faced with a difficult choice, Elo and Beegax hand themselves over to the gangster Bonastasi in order to spare the rest of their crew, held hostage aboard the Way. But as Bonastasi prepares to turn our fearless fringers in for the Imperial bounty, Xelora and Gur rush back to the Way. With the help of a tracking device hidden inside Elo, Xelora races to the rescue before the Empire can claim them.
Our camera follows as an airspeeder zooms across the sky of Ord Mantell, now in full glow with the colors of the morning of a new day. If this were a television show, we would have seen in the previously on Empire's Edge, Elo and Beegax being led in binders and restraining bolts into this speeder by the Black Sun gangster, the Duros Bonastasi. And as this airspeeder just moves across the sky and disappears behind the irregular, asymmetrical hills of junk within the scraplands here, our camera pulls back to reveal one of our fearless fringers, Xelora, the Twi'lek, holding a small device that seems to be blinking and tracking the movements of this speeder as it zips across the sky and towards the horizon unknown. The party is split now. Susan, what would you like to do?
So, looking down at the tracker, the screen wiped to the tracker, and then she's gonna quickly start rushing towards the Ebon Hawk and talk to Gur. She's quick walking. Can you get Reese on comms? We'll see if he can send us any help. And then she starts talking to the Worthless. Okay, who knows how to fly? Because I'm taking this ship to the city, but then you guys can take it away.
There's a droid that it's like one of those transport droids that has the little visor, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Star Tours.
On a little hover thing, you know.
Oh.
They can take the ship back with you, so load that up. I guess we got to move fast. Are we trying to do this fast?
I just don't want them to get too far away, and then they're in a situation where we can't even get to them.
All right. I'll talk to Reese. Gets a little communicator. Or actually, you can probably do it on the ship.
Xelora would probably be doing boot up sequences while this is like she'll still talk to him, but
Yeah. Everyone's getting on the ship. Everyone's on board. Ebon Hawk takes off. Rocky start, you know, but comes up out of the scraplands. The only people now left at the camp, most of the worthless that are left, 4 parts, and they're just kind of like waiting there to have the Ebon Hawk returned and have that all resolved. But that's now you've got a bunch of organics that are waiting just to get back to the city. You've got Gur, you've got Rat, you've got this one piloting droid, and you're heading to Warport. How do you want to dock this thing? Because if you go to the spaceport, you gotta have some cheddar.
That's right.
is there anywhere just like outside the city that's close?
Actually, yeah. I mean, Xelora would know. Xelora had stored her pod racer there, so yeah, you could like set it down somewhere in the industrial area for sure, and go in on foot to the spaceport if that's what you wanted to do.
Because I feel like this is the type of city where anyone of any income can come, so they don't mind you parking outside the city. But the ports are, you're guaranteed the safety of your ship, and it's within close distance to other transportation in the city. But if we get Reese on the line, I guess just...
yeah. Gur's like, I've got Reese. And Reese comes on. He looks like he's been partying all night long. Even though his hair is kind of disheveled, it still looks great. He's probably like drinking like an energy drink or something. Yeah, and he's just kind of like chilling, and he's like, "Oh, Xelora, how are you doing, darling? It's so good to see you. Oh, you're in some kind of ship or something. That's exciting. Tell me, what's happening?"
Yeah, we could be doing better. Reese, I know we just reconnected, but I'm calling in a favor.
Interesting.
My friends are in a bit of a pickle. Do you have any goons on call?
You mean like the big, muscly, meat-headed kind?
Yes.
Yes, I think I do have a few of those in my phone.
I figured you would. That's a compliment.
Yeah. Are you looking to release a little bit of tension, darling?
I need the kind that aren't afraid to use blasters or their fists.
Kinky. What other kind is there of big, muscular, meathead goons? What do you need them for? And more importantly, what's in it for me?
My friends were taken by the Black Sun, and their crew could possibly still be held captive. I need to help get their crew free and then follow after them. You remember Beegax, your ace pilot?
When you say the Black Sun, he like chokes. He like does a spit take with the energy drink. I'm sorry. Did you say the Black Sun?
So Laura's gonna do what I did, which was like that like the show your teeth like thing.
The grimace
Yeah.
grin face. Yeah. Grimace emoji.
Yes.
Oh, Xelora. I knew you were into some rough trade, but I think that might be a bit too spicy for me. Though I do love a challenge. And of course I remember Beegax. He was absolutely wizard in that pod race, and a pretty good kisser.
I don't want to pull you into this, Reese. That was never my intention, but if you could just get me in contact with them, I could pay them.
Xelora, okay, how soon do you need them?
Well, they would have been real nice about 20 minutes ago, but...
I'm gonna make some phone calls, and one of them I just left. He is not going to be happy. But I'll see what I can do.
And I promise the next time we get in touch, it will just be to get drinks and party.
You know I'd like that.
It's been a while.
Where do you need them? Where are you going? Where are you headed?
I'm headed to their ship the way it should be in the spaceport.
The way. Got it. I'll make some calls, and don't worry about the cost, darling. Just stay safe.
I owe you one. You could seriously call it in whenever you need it. I will be there for you, Reese.
Yes, I know. I'll add it to the list. I do not need this morning, Xelora!
I love you.
Click.
Oh my god.
Okay, so backup incoming to the way. You've made your phone call. You've got Reese. You're on your way to the spaceport, right? Let's do a screen wipe and move over to the others, headed away from the scrapland. The two of you are bound up. Well, one of you bound up in various ways, right in the back of Bonastasi's airspeeder, and you notice that you're heading along the train route, the one that was broken, busted, just going out away from Woolport. This place is called 10 Mile Plateau, and this is kind of where you were initially asked to meet. Bonastasi was out at 10 Mile Plateau. So that's where it seems like he's going.
Oh, not the spaceport then. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
It's okay. We've got GPS.
That's true. So at least Xelora and crew will know where we're at. That's true.
So do you guys want to do anything or while you're flying along the tracks here?
You know, just one time, I wish things would go to plan.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, you know, maybe this is a final curtain call for us. It's been a great ride. You know, done some cool things, met some great people, met some scumbags, and then he'll just kind of look at Bonastasi if he's looking at us or if he's driving. Yeah.
He's just trying to concentrate on driving.
So I'm just looking at the back of his head, and just keep
Yeah.
repeating. Yeah, you know, real pieces of criff, scumbags, bantha poodoo, you know, all those great things. Scoundrels, but in the bad way. It's probably the same kind of guys who don't pay their HoloNet bills.
Definitely do not call their mother on her birthday. That type of person.
Yeah, they don't do that. Yeah.
I'll have you know I call both of my mothers.
Probably. And then he he mumbles under his breath. Probably scumbags too. I don't know.
While you still can and you have the chance, you might as well tell me why the Empire wants you. Let your legacy live on a little bit.
Oh, my legacy will be fine. I mean,
You sure about that?
well, I mean, I got things in place to know that. Yeah, if I'm gone, my work will continue. That's why they want me, for my work. He's just gonna wait and see. Is he gonna bite?
Let me roll a little die here. Oh yeah, he bites.
Okay.
He's like,
I'll bite. What kind of work you do?
Beegax looks at Elo and kind of gives them like a curled up Grinch smile. You ever heard of the ISB?
Of course.
You're looking at a former decoder, intelligence agent for the ISB.
Really? Is that so?
Special case. They had a program for gifted non-humanoids. You're looking at one of a handful of top-ranking agents, former top-ranking agents.
All of that imperial training and privilege, and yet you still found yourselves in the muck down here with the rest of us.
You know, what can I say? It's in a dog's nature to roll around in some muck. Can't stay away from it for too long.
Ain't that the truth? Looks good on you.
Appreciate it. It's not all glitz and glamour for non-humanoids in the ISB. It may have been Imperial sanctioned program, but...
Yeah, I didn't think they took kindly to anyone non-human.
And he kind of like, with his cuffed hands, he points. You would know, of course. I'm sure you've been persecuted plenty of times in your life.
We tend to avoid the Empire in the circles I run in, so it doesn't bother me too much.
Oh, for sure, of course. But I just meant, you know, you seem like the type of guy who's had to prove himself plenty of times, even amongst his own people, his own team. And then Beegax is just, he's digging. He's like, oh, come on, let me find something. Like he's poking around.
I mean, Xelora sure had a lot to say.
I think Beegax is looking for like, he's Duros. He's part of a criminal organization. You don't join any criminal organization, the Black Suns included, without a little travesty or something like kind of pushed you over that edge. And Duros are humanoid. They have the human physique, but their face, I know, is very like, it's intimidating, off-putting even to some. So I'm sure he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who's like a traditional Duros, like, oh, I'm gonna follow the path of my people. No, he was raised somewhere else. He grew up somewhere else. He's gotta have something behind him that motivated him to be here. Beegax is trying to tease it out. He's like trying to not find common ground, but make it look like he's looking for common ground. But he's just digging for the canon event, for the like what they call it in the Spider-Verse. This is a canon event. You can't change this. Like, this has to happen.
Okay, let's have you roll. I think that's a persuasion check. And again, I'm gonna have it be an opposed check. We'll have it against
Coercion, or because there's no persuasion. I don't have persuasion.
Sorry, not persuasion. Then it is too much Baldur's Gate 3 and D&D. Okay, it could be maybe charm or what's the other one? Negotiation. Charm or negotiation. I guess they're both presents.
They're both.
But we'll have you
for me.
Roll that against cool. His cool. So that will be 2 reds.
Oh my god.
And a purple. And I'm going to flip a dark side point to a light side point.
Make it 3 reds.
And I'm going to make that 3 reds. Yeah.
See, guys, all part of the plan. Wearing them down. We got 2 light side points now. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, they say that you should get your captor to humanize you. So this is a good idea.
Except this is the other way. It's like you want information, about him.
If you say your name enough, they think of you as human. Beegax.
L-O. I am human. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. Okay.
Oh.
4 failures, and a triumph, and a despair.
Oh.
Whoa! 4 failures. Wow, that's
despair.
Wow. Okay.
That's so cool.
He trauma dumps on me, and I cannot handle it. Is basically what happened.
It's like, oh shit. Okay, yeah, you need to turn us in. Like, this is a start of a new life for you. You gotta turn us in. Okay.
Wow. Think about what that. Man, okay. Think about what what you want that triumph to be. That's a failure, so you don't get what you want out of him. He just kind of grumbles and he's like,
"That's backstory you gotta earn to learn. Besides, we ain't got time to be buddying up. You've got a new destination soon after this."
I assume it's straight to an Imperial frigate for us then, huh?
If you're lucky.
Oh, that's Beegax is not like that. He's like, well, kind of gets caught off guard. What do you mean if I'm lucky? If we're lucky, that's standard procedure when dealing with mercs.
And as you say that, the despair is you're flying over to the 10-mile plateau, and it's not as populated as Woolport. Doesn't look like there's any of the amenities and casinos and stuff like that here, but there is like a big, what looks like an abandoned, some kind of like energy plant or something like that. And as you're flying in there, you begin to like land in there, and you just see black sun everywhere.
Are we talking like but ships and crew, or what are we talking about?
We're talking a lot of people, basically. A lot of beings. This seems to be their headquarters, their hideout, or at least Bonastasi's headquarters hideout.
We're here.
And he begins to like bring the airspeeder down. Now, tell me what that triumph is.
Well, I would think trying to dig information out of him kind of really, it jump-started something in Beegax. It's like, oh, I'm trying to get to know, I'm trying to empathize with somebody who I don't necessarily have any positive feelings for. It's not a typical route for him to take. So I'd like to think that him rejecting the probing, essentially, just kind of further proves to Beegax like, oh, this guy has something obviously in him that like he's blocking something off. There has to be something. So he is going to take whatever time he can to meditate during the maybe 5 minutes it takes for the speeder to get into like a landing formation and find space. I would like to, with the triumph, and tell me if I can't do this, I want to use my foresee basic power without the cost, and instead use the triumph as a cost, because the cost is one light side point. I want to see if I can use the triumph to use it as a cost instead.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. So what do you want to see? What are you trying to see out of this?
So I can use the force to feel everything around me and seeing what is and what will be. I can get vague hints of events to come of my day. So kind of just piggybacking off of the empathy I feel, which is kind of how I'm mechanically saying that since I'm allowed to use a triumph to pay for this, I would say mechanically it's me feeling empathetic towards something that I shouldn't feel empathetic towards. Is a path of light side, and I want to see hints of like, all right, this guy said we're not going to a frigate. If we're lucky, we are, but if we're not, something else has happened to us. Where would I end up? What are the possible places where I could end up?
I gotcha.
So good.
I love
So
this.
good.
I love this. So you get, and these come in flashes, right? Like it's not the whole picture. It's pieces of a picture, and it's pieces of a possible picture. You see yourself imprisoned on planet here in a place called the White Zone, where the Imperials have a presence, just like stuck in a cell with LO. You see this whole place that you're about to go into just coming down, explosions, and Xelora like flying around the way. You see yourself in a Imperial cruiser, and it's a cell that you've been in before. And you see the face, you see a flash of a familiar face, but it's hard to tell. It's hard to make out exactly what it is, but you get a sense of the ISB officer Tyron.
Yeah, so when he comes to from the meditation, I assume it's like right when the airspeeder lands and the landing gear clicks, or the whatever, if it's hover or landing gear, I'm not sure what the model specified, but it's Beegax opening his eyes, and he kind of like, good news, bad news. You hear him whisper under his breath, and he looks at LO. And he goes, really wish I had more chance to practice this.
It sounds like we're going to have nothing but time.
Yeah.
If
maybe.
you need more practice.
And he looks at Bonastasi and he goes, nice place you got here.
Don't get comfortable.
Oh, no, yeah, I won't. Neither should you, though. He says that, but he's still
should you?
He's still staring at the building when he says that. He's just looking at it.
I mean, the other thing too that you see is you're on the way, and you're flying.
Yeah, there's the multiple possibilities. Yeah. And I would think because of how much force he's been using today, for the first time I think ever, it's like because of all of it being pushed towards the light side, he feels a sense of not like peace, but like patience. It's like, if I move along this current, there will be opportunity for me to move out of specific, like I can move into smaller currents if I want to. It's like he's not afraid. That's what it is.
Gotcha. Yeah. I like that. Anything from LO?
Elo, before stepping out, almost defiantly, the crew. We were told that if we surrendered, their release would happen. Where are they now?
That's true, and I'm nothing but, if not a Duros of my word. I gotta make a little call that I want your pretty little faces to be on for, and then after that, I'll give a call to my people, and they'll leave your pretty little friends alone.
For now, then, I shall be compliant.
Yeah.
I love it. Boom, you step off. Let's do another screen wipe. Move back over to Xelora, Gur, and Rat. What's happening?
So she's going to help the survivors of the train crash get to the city, give a rundown of how to get the ship running for the pilot droid, and then start going towards the spaceport with Rat and Gur. And I'm gonna make a call. I'm pretty sure I just have some guy who could bring my pod racer to the ship.
I hope that.
I can't leave
it.
Well, we'll get to that. Because right now...
We've got two light side.
I texted
We've got two light side points. Listen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If you really want.
Let's expedite things a little bit. Let's call that screen wipe. You're at the spaceport, so yeah.
Okay.
What you want to do?
Scope it out first to see if the black sun's still there.
Okay, gotcha. Give me a perception check. We'll call this an average check, and you can have a blue die as well.
Success and a threat.
Yeah, it seems like they're still there for sure, and you can see. I think the threat is too like. There's like someone who's just standing outside of the ship, you know? That's how you can tell that the Black Sun are still there. And like just some random tourist is like walks too close or something and they get like shoved, you know, like, and you see people avoiding the Black Sun. You see people like making their way around away from that ship, the way, because there is a Black Sun person on it.
Lion nerf herders. I'm not sure if we're waiting on a call or they're just liars, she says to Gur and Rat.
I don't know. Maybe they haven't been filled in yet. Rat is like, I prefer to shoot and ask questions later.
I mean, maybe Gur, I would hate to send you alone, but we gotta keep up the illusion that I'm done with you guys. If we're gonna go for the talking route. If we're going to go fighting, I'll go up there.
Okay, out with it. You're coming up with a plan, and it's not sounding good so far.
Well, if they're still in contact with Bonnie, I washed my hands of you all.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't look too good if I go up there.
Okay, so what are you going to do from here?
You want to go talk to them, and I'll cover you from here, or...
I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen. I am going to go up there alone. I'm going to say, hey, I own this ship, and you cut some deal with your boss, and I have friends on there. They are going to put a blaster in my face. They are going to take me on board, and they are going to put me in the exact same position as everyone else is on there until we are all released. So I can do that, but you are going to lose me.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the bluntness.
Espionage 101. And he looks around for Beegax to like give him like, that's how you do it, but Beegax isn't there. He's just kind of like, his ears go down.
Aww. Criff, should we wait?
Until they leave? Is that what you're saying?
Until Criff and Bonnie gives him a call.
I guess if that is what you want to do. We don't know where that call is coming from. We don't know when that call is coming from. We have to get on the way.
Well, I know this one's voting for fighting. She points to Rat. How confident do you feel about that?
I don't prefer to do it, but if I have to, I will.
Xelora's gonna throw up her hands and be like, fine, Criff it. And then she just walks up to the guy and next doorway. She just starts walking in that direction. Not holding a weapon.
There's someone there. It's like just a human. Just a burly looking human. And she's like, can I help you?
Yeah, we held up our end of the deal. Why haven't you?
You're the ones been speaking with boss.
Yeah. And you're still on the ship. I don't see my 2 other companions here.
We haven't been asked to leave yet.
We'll get them on the line because we kind of need our ship.
Excuse me? Can you? I would like you to roll me an intimidation check.
Ooh.
A lot of sass in this conversation.
Yeah, but I love it. I'm here for it. It would be coercion, actually. Sorry, I'm giving a lot of the wrong names here because I'm a goober. That's gonna be, I think, just a single. A single purple.
Wow, these guys.
Hang on one sec.
They don't got no brains out here.
Yeah, that'd be real. That's real funny. There's a lot of sass, no brains. Yeah, that's gonna be a single purple. I'm gonna flip a dark side point.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna upgrade that to a red.
Let's go.
We've got
3.
the board.
We got 3. We did it.
Yeah.
Against all odds.
That's really the only play I've got. Dab on the haters.
Don't be afraid of using that.
A success.
All right, but I don't want to see no funny stuff. First sign of funny stuff, and you're all getting blasted. And I'm feeling real chuckly right now.
Oh, God.
Okay, fine.
Leave it up to the henchmen.
Xelora's tapping into her teenage angsty sass.
Whatever.
I'll do that.
Yeah, you go aboard the way, and Gur and Rat are just kind of like, we're with her. So we're just, hi. Just, excuse me, we're with her. You all get aboard the way. There are, there's that black sun out there, and you've got 2 in here holding blasters, and you see Verse, Creed, and Obram. They look terrible. They see Gur. Verse is like, Gur, what happened? Someone like hits her and says, no talking.
Jesus.
You must be the ones from the Scraplands, huh? What are you doing here?
Yeah, I recognize you from the Hollow. Yeah, we held up our end of the deal, so now we would like the ship back.
We don't go anywhere till Bonnie says we go somewhere.
Then get him on the line, please and thank you.
We're supposed to wait for him to call us. I don't know if you know how things work in the Black Sun, but if you got somewhere to go real fast, you better get on another ship.
It's gonna be the same outcome regardless. Why does he have to call you first? Do you have no will? Do you have no desire to get ahead? You just do whatever they tell you to? Do you want to stay here? You're just standing around doing nothing. You know that, right? You could be doing better things with your time.
Why are you a PE coach? Why? Like,
honestly, best job I've ever had. Stand around, do nothing, point blasters at people. Only thing is I gotta take cark from little Twi'leks like you.
Oh, here we go.
Wouldn't you much rather be at the cantina putting back a few drinks.
I'm sober, thank you.
Oh, shit.
3 years now.
Oh, congrats! What?
Thank you.
Oh, shit.
Wouldn't you just rather not be here?
Could you roll me a perception check? We'll call it an average check.
Hopefully I'm not about to get clocked. Because my sass is maxed level right now. Oh my god, 1 success. Again.
Oh my god.
You notice that there's been some like tossing of things here, you know, like some having gone through some of the rooms, a couple of doors open, things thrown aside, and the medbay door is open.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what that thing is. Is there something in there?
Yeah,
There was.
No, that's what I'm asking.
Oh.
Is there something in there?
Yes, there's a
the artifact.
interdimensional box.
No, I'm asking, like, the med bay door's open. Is there something in there, Ian? Or is it empty?
Well,
gotcha.
you can't see from here with this conversation happening.
And I wouldn't know to go check.
No.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully no
I
one
would have
touched it.
moved it, but you couldn't touch it.
Yeah, so
There might be a black sun stuck in a box.
yeah, he's just like frozen over it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. Are they physically sucked in, or they just stand there still?
I think they stand there. Their mind is sucked in, I think.
Anyway, we're not going anywhere till we hear from Bonnie. You're welcome to stay. That's fine. Just don't cause no trouble. Got my eyes on you. All of them. I don't know what species his is, but he's got multiple eyes.
Cool. Can we at least let the crew off their knees? We held up our end of the bargain. We're here.
Roll me a not persuasion. What is it? Negotiation. Let's call this a hard check. A hard negotiation check.
2 threats.
You mean these ones right here? And he just like, boo, like bops Creed right in the gut. And he goes over,
It's okay. I'm fine. I'm okay.
about to do the same to you. You don't shut your trap and stay out of my way.
Rumpf, we're running out of time. Do I want to attack?
Do
How
you
many-
indeed?
Yeah, how many are in the vicinity besides the one outside?
Right now, standing in front of you, there are 2. You know there's one standing outside.
And I saw before Sarah 2 other Black Sun.
Yeah. You don't see Sarah.
Hopefully she touched the box.
Fuck.
Well, she's stuck in there, she did. But hopefully she doesn't solve it if she is stuck in there.
In case we wanted to assign a race, I put a glaucus in the chat. They have 6 eyes.
Oh, yeah. From Solo. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Oh, thank you, Jamie. Perfect.
Oh, and then he could turn his eyes to keep him on everybody.
Oh, perfect
Yeah.
lookout. Perfect lookout.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jamie.
Running out of time. Friends
Laura,
in
what you want to
danger.
do? Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to roll a discipline check for myself. If I pass, I'll have the discipline to stay still. If I fail, I'm just fed up and start swinging.
Gotcha.
Do I want this to be an average or a hard? Probably hard. 'Cause I'm struggling right now.
Rat's ready to
and
go.
by the way, you're setting this role for yourself.
Yes,
Yeah, this is. I have nothing, listeners. I have nothing to do with this.
No, this is all me. But I don't know what Xelora would do because she is very disciplined, but at the same time, her friends are in danger. A success and 2 threats. So I guess I succeeded. What would I translate those threats to? Just probably really digging into that petty like sass.
Excellent.
Well, then fine. If I'm allowed on the ship, I'm gonna go look around the ship. Make sure you didn't take anything.
Knock yourself out.
She just starts walking around like. And also, I'm just looking for any defenses that they didn't know about and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Don't
now,
touch the box.
Don't.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, again, I mean, it looks like everything. It looks like it's been a little bit ransacked for sure. I am looking at 3 light side points. If you want to manifest some kind of defense on here that they haven't clocked, you know, you could use a point for that, because whatever that could be. Gur kind of like grabs you aside and he's like, we don't really have time for this. We may just want to take off and see what happens.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I could just start turning on the ship.
What are they gonna do? I mean, what's the worst that could happen, is all I'm saying.
Okay.
Unless you've got something better hidden in your sleeve.
I was just gonna say, in the short amount of time we've known each other and have to fight way more battles than I have in a cycle, who would you say is better equipped to fight between us?
Oh, you 100% you.
I know I'm the pilot, but can you fly this? At least to the coordinates.
Yes, I can fly. I'm no pod racing champion, but I can fly my ship.
Well, I would hope so. Okay, so I say we just take off. Close the door so the other one can't get in, and then I'll try to release your friends and we can take on 2 of them.
Okay.
Rat, you okay with this?
He's ecstatic.
Switchblades out.
God, this little hellion.
There's only 3 of them. There is one that I haven't seen. Sarah? The Nikto?
Oh, right. The guy with the silly sounding name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then yeah, let's just go. I'm going to fire her up. I'm gonna lock the cockpit and you do whatever it is you do. Don't die.
I'll try my best.
If they can, I'm sure Verse and Creed can help. They look a little worse for wear, but they've been defending the way since I've known them.
Okay, so here's what I want to do is as Gur goes towards the cockpit, I want to not like hide, but put myself in a position where I could kick over a blaster and then fight right away.
Ooh.
Okay, cool.
So maybe this would be a stealth, but only in like the way that I'm just trying not to draw attention to myself.
Okay, yeah, I think that's appropriate. Let's call that a stealth check against a vigilance. We got some vigilance here. Black Sun Thugs. That is gonna be a single purple die.
Yes.
Jeez, these guys are so unattentive. Like,
Why did they leave these guys behind?
yeah, well, how did they get selected for this assignment?
Right?
Just to be clear, you're like positioning yourself basically to kick some kind, or to like get a blaster over to the crew of the way, right?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
also be close enough that I can kick it towards them and then also immediately take action. So
I
like
see.
kick it and grab my sword.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Roll that stealth.
I got 3 successes and 1 failure.
So this is going to happen. You are ready for when this is going to kick off. Gur gives you a little nod, like, and he's like, just headed to the cockpit, just checking if we got any messages, not doing anything out of the ordinary. Oh, and he just like hits the button.
Espionage.
Door closes.
He's so good at spying.
Yeah.
And Xelora, I'm gonna need you to roll initiative.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Before that, let's do a screen wipe, check back in with our other fringers. Bonastasi sort of like leads you through past Black Sun Thugs, and some of, they're like, this is their little hangout, so they're having fun, they're doing their thing. Bonastasi sort of like takes you into a room and flips on a communication. And what comes on screen is a Quarren, which is one of the, like, they sort of look like squid people with fangs from the planet Moncal. You've run into a Quarren before. He fixed up your ship when you were on the Ring of Kafrine. This Quarren looks like he enjoys the good things in life.
Bonnie.
Bonastasi expresses that he's got some people that the Black Sun have been looking for, bounty hunters, that the Imperial want that the Black Sun have been on the trail for. He's like,
You remember a skink that Trandoshan went missing a while ago? He was on the trail of him. Well, anyway, I think we're gonna get a little justice for Skink, if you know what I mean.
You're gonna take them to the White Zone, I assume?
Yeah, I don't want to talk too much with the Imperials, but wanted to make sure it was okay with you run it by. Make sure you know that this tithe is coming from Bonastasi.
Duly noted, Bonnie. I'm very pleased. This'll help with the trade. Reconstruction.
Don't worry, I already took care of the responsible party.
Any idea who wants these fringers?
Yeah, some Imperial by the name of Tyron.
God damn it.
Looked real fucked up. Sounded funny too.
Beegax looks at LO, because we're on the room, right? We're on the same room.
you're in the room.
Yeah, Beegax looks at LO with like the face of just utter despair. Just like, you gotta be shitting me. Like, there's no way. Like, he's just
Right, like how the fuck?
How?
And the conversation, kind of ends. Good job. Kudos. Bonnie's looking pleased with himself. He shuts it off. Turns around.
Okay. Next destination for you is that Imperial cruiser you were so excited to be on.
Well, can't say that I'm not excited. Definitely one of the many words I would use. Just a quick aside here before, you send a dead man to his grave. This tyrant you mentioned. How messed up, how wrecked is this guy?
Well, he had a whole contraption around his throat, jaw.
Okay.
Sort of talking for him, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the tech. Okay. Sounds like whatever happened to him really left a mark, I guess you could say.
Yeah, wouldn't want to be the guy who did it.
Wouldn't want to cross that guy.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I imagine.
Guess we ought to give your friends a call.
Please, yeah.
Now, would the two of you like to do anything while you're here? Say anything? Or are you just kind of like waiting on the other shoe to drop?
I mean, I would spend some time with LO and be like, I cannot believe.
Seriously, is everyone just unkillable these days?
Well, you know who's not, isn't it? What was his name? Zero? No, that's the one from the show. What's the
Zalto?
Zalto, there you go.
Next thing you know, we're gonna be getting a ping from him.
I really hope not, because I mean, he fell out, and then the desk fell with him, if I remember correctly. It's a 2-for-1 deal. I'm not exactly thrilled that somebody I thought was dead is back.
And with us saying all of this out loud, Elo is gonna say, yeah, it almost seems as if everyone who seems to cross us ends with a fiery, untimely demise. Mm-hmm. Painful and excruciating, whether it be out of a window or an explosion in a building.
Yeah,
and then is going to look towards Bonastasi.
Yeah, Beegax matches the look as well.
Jamie, What are you trying? Are you trying to like get under his skin? Is there anything you're trying to pull out from this, or you just want to goad? You just want to goad?
I'm goading. I'm being
Okay.
a little sassy pants because like there's nothing else we can do until we're locked up. You know.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except
I love it.
for poke and prod this guy.
I love it. I love it. He just kind of looks at you and is like,
Guess we won't have to worry about that for too much longer, huh?
I'm sure that's what they all said.
And then I'll do Beegax will do one better. Hey, remember that mysterious death of those 3 guys on Socorro? What were they called?
Oh, tip of my tongue. The try.
Tryhards, the try-lots. And then he'll just trail off, waiting for Bonastasi to maybe finish it.
Triumvirate.
Oh, yeah! Those guys, whatever happened to them? So untimely.
you see Bonastasi sweats.
Little anime sweat drops.
And unless there's anything else you want to do, we're going to wipe transition one last time. Susan, let me hear you describe how this goes down. The door is closed. You hear like, hey! And then what does Xelora do?
He goes, hey, and looks the other way, even putting her further out of his sight. She slides the blaster over to Verserkreed, and then you hear that shink as she takes out her sword and starts rushing towards one of the thugs.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Respect the Crits, Empire's Edge. If you like what you heard, please consider supporting us by leaving us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts, or whatever platform you use to listen. It's easy, free, helps others learn about the show, and we love reading your feedback. For more information about the show, visit @RespectTheCrit on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, or come chat with us in our official Discord. Beegax is played by Alex Herrera, who you can find on Twitter @AE Herrera or on his Twitch channel, WadeWolf10. LO is played by Jamie Lee-Bonés, who you can find on Instagram and TikTok @JamieMFBones. Xelora is played by Susan Spenader, who you can find on Instagram @SuzLalouz. I'm Ian Duncan, your host and GM, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram @idunks. The music in this episode is provided with license or permission by a variety of talented artists, whose info and credits can be found in the episode notes. Please support them by visiting their platforms to hear more of their work. The Star Wars role-playing system is published by Fantasy Flight Games. And remember, whatever the system, whether it's a miss or a hit, you always gotta respect the crit. Thank you very much, and may the Force be with you. Ooh, kinky. Ooh, kinky. Kinky. Ooh, kinky.